One, I couldn't give it up. We're back. We're in season 3. This is episode 4 of the Sisterhood with JennyB and Jayne Marie. Took a little hiatus. Hey, Jane.
Okay.
It's been, our last episode aired on June 30th. Jane, we've learned a couple things about podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. We learned we need summers off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we both have full-time jobs.
Yeah. We learned that we need to be flexible and graceful with ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've learned that we also need some structure or it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We learned sometimes we need to just be able to do it in a hoodie and a bun.
Yeah. Which,
That's
by
all
the way,
we do.
fucking love that color on you.
Oh, thanks. So remember last year when I bought all the comfort stuff, like where they sent it to you like 3 months later, but you get it for like half off if you do that?
Yeah.
Well, because of that, I got like 6 sweatshirts at the beginning of summer. So
but now you're finally able to wear them?
Yeah, beginning of summer down here is like April, May. So
yeah.
It was like hot as fuck and I could not wear any of them. So they were all just in my closet, but I got some really pretty blue colors. I got some nice like wine color, this one. And then I got like a pinkish color one that's really pretty.
Yeah.
I look forward to wearing all of those now that it's finally sweatshirt season.
I'm not going to lie. Every night I sleep with either, I have 4. I have the black one, which cannot come out in this house because of Boise. I can only wear that travel. So it's my travel hoodie.
Yeah.
But the first one you bought me, I think, was cement. Cement. And then that real light apricot color.
Yeah.
That I got the set in. And then that slate blue.
Ooh, I love that one. I have that one
too. Those 3, I rotate. I sleep in my comfort hoodie / hug every night. And I don't care if it's hot or not. We just blast the air so I'm cold. That's how we get around that. But, so comfort totally lasted. We swear with that. Jesus, what's been going on? There's been so much that's happened since June 30th. Jane, should we start with you?
No, you go first.
All right. Well, I did have some major life events go on. I do want to say this. I'm sitting in my bedroom. I didn't have it in me to sit in my office chair. I couldn't. So I'm set up in the bedroom. It's a little dark in here. I have let me just see if I can turn this around. I don't know. I got my candle going, which I think I did pumpkin apple from Bath and Body.
Ooh.
And I've got my moon water in the window.
Yeah.
I usually have 3 going at any given time. I let them sit in the moonlight all month, and then I swap it out when the next full moon comes in.
Nice.
And okay, so some major milestones that have gone on. My son, Brody, my middle man, who just turned 20 last month, him and my lovely little daughter-in-law, because I now have a daughter-in-law, decided on their own terms for no reason other than love and just wanting to start this journey as soon as possible, decided to get married. We had 3.5, 4 weeks to get ready for a wedding.
3.5 minutes, really is what it felt like.
One of them.
Yeah.
I will say I learned something about this. Anyway, well, let me tell you this first. So they asked to get married in the backyard. The lovely Melissa Enos Sims. What do you call? Not consummated the marriage, clearly. But there's a term.
Oh, shit.
Officiated?
Officiated, yeah.
She officiated the wedding. It was absolutely beautiful. Sophia did a sunflower / fall theme.
Yeah.
We had an absolute fucking blast. It was a great day.
Yeah.
Aunt Jane did all the photography, and honestly, it turned out beautiful. I tried to record on my iPad.
You did amazing.
I got the job done. They have this recorded.
Yeah.
The girls, Madison and Sophia, put together a big archway of, they went to Michael's and picked up a bunch of sunflowers and other fall type leaves and flowers. And Wayne was a bride's boy.
He was amazing.
And oh God,
hype man all day long. I love it.
That is Blaine's life purpose.
Yes. He's exceptionally good at it.
He is. Sophia and Brody wrote a section of their own vows that were so heartfelt and beautiful.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know what? Can I just say about that?
Yeah.
So normally when people write vows, it's like not that it's not vows. I mean, like I've heard people who've written their own vows and they're always beautiful and they're always heartfelt and they're always like, but I think the fact that they're so young,
yeah,
I think played into the fact that they wrote everything. Like
yeah.
they wrote a page long vows to each other, both
Yeah.
of them. They were so beautiful and they were so heartfelt and they were so real and genuine. And
yeah. I love you like a kid loves cake.
I loved it. I mean,
I know, me too.
So yeah, I was trying to take pictures whilst crying through both of their vows,
I was trying to take video whilst crying through. Hear my sniffles.
It was so funny because it was like her side of the family was over here and our side was over here, and Jenny and I are in the middle. Both like I'm trying. We're
all up in it.
Yeah, we are in it. Yeah, but it was really beautiful. It was a beautiful experience, and their vows were lovely. Yeah,
and they were. And now they're venturing into purchasing their first home, and they're very close to that happening. I don't want to jinx it, so I won't give any more information. But they've really just they're gunning for it. Oh, by the way, and they already had a dog who is 2 years old, Waylon. And they decided the week before they were getting married, they had already planned a vacation before they knew they were getting married at that point. And so they kind of turned it into their honeymoon and came home with a German Shepherd puppy, cutest little guy. His name is, oh my God, this is my first grand birdie. And I'm losing his name. Hang on. Give me his name. Son of a gun. I know it too, and I can't think of it. Damn. Well, I can't hang out with him. I haven't hung out. I met him once, but our dogs are not good with other dogs, and so they can't bring him over. And that's why I'm so excited once they get into their house, because I can't wait to meet their Bruno.
No.
Is it Bruno? It's something Brew. Motherfucker. Hang on, let me look. I feel like
I know it too, and I can't think of it.
I know. This is terrible. I'm a terrible grand birdie. But don't worry. I will make up for it when when I get to actually hang out with him. But he's super cute. And he's getting big. By the time I see him again, he's going to be huge.
Yeah.
But Waylon's a doll, and he's being a great big brother.
Yeah.
Son of a gun. Let me see.
And they're super excited, and they should.
They are. They very much so are.
Yeah.
And then what else is... Okay, well, that's one big one for me. You go next.
Okay, so it wasn't June, but obviously Liv graduated. I know we talked about that before, but that was like a big step.
Yeah.
And she started school, and she is going to the tech school near us, Gwinnett Tech, and she's doing her prereq so she can get into the radiologic technician program. So we're super excited about that. She's working real hard. Her grades, she's doing excellent. She knows she has to, it's a numbers game, so she knows she has to get high grades in order to get into the program, because it's incredibly competitive. Like they get hundreds of people who apply for it, and they only have 20 slots.
Wow.
So it's very competitive, and she knows that. And we have some, so she's doing all she can do to make sure she gets in after she gets through her prereq year. And, we have some other alternative places if it doesn't happen, but she's working real hard. So I'm really proud of her.
Wait, so is she enjoying it?
I think she is. I think it's there's been a little bit of a switch in perspective for her. And I think part of it is she's being treated like an adult and not a kid. And so in high school, they treat you like a kid. And then when you get out of high school, they're like, look, you're here by choice. So do it or don't do it. We're not begging you to do it. Yeah. You're doing it or you're not. It's up to you.
Yeah.
So I think she actually really appreciates being treated like an adult. And that's what she's been pushing so hard for. And so she's really working really hard. I'm so proud of her. And I think she's just
got a job too.
Yeah, she's working at Old Navy, which is pretty
for Aunt Jenny.
Yeah, and she loves it. She's picking up shifts, and they're calling her, and she's getting more hours, and so she's really excited about that. She has a new-ish boyfriend, Jaden, and he's super sweet, and we love him. And
I love him. I just got the pleasure of spending the weekend with him.
Yeah, yeah, and so he's been, I think, a really good. He's had a good impact, a positive impact, and I think she's had the same for him. So they seem to be a pretty good match. So we'll see. They're adorable together. So they spend a lot of time together, and I'm happy for her because she's happy and she's loved and she's cared for and all the things we want for our kids. So, my nephew got married, which
Yeah.
is Jenny's middle. So yeah, and I did get the pleasure of going to the wedding, and I'm so glad I got to. Liv didn't get to come, and Jaden, they were supposed to because she ended up having to work, and she was so new at Old Navy. She couldn't find someone to cover. She would have got fired.
Yeah.
So she couldn't leave because she had just started. So she didn't get to come.
And it's hard finding a job.
It took her a minute. So yeah. So she was really disappointed, but she was also like, I have to work. I need the money. And I'm like, nope, I get it. That's real life. You're growing up, adults stuff, this is adults.
Yeah.
Let me see what else. Bentley got very, very sick a couple
Oh my God.
And that
my whole team was praying for him.
Fucking terrifying. I've never been so scared in my life. It was like my baby was sick. And it was like when Olivia had bronchitis when she was 2 months and remember when I flew to South Carolina for you guys to meet her when she was like 2.5 months old?
Yeah.
And got there and found out she had bronchitis. And I was like staying awake for days because I was like watching her breathe all night to make sure she kept breathing. And yeah, that was a nightmare. But that was like what I just went through with Bentley. He was super sick, like couldn't walk, couldn't move, he just went from my normal little pup to like on his deathbed. So I took him to the vet. We went to the vet that evening. They gave him fluids in his back and they gave him an anti-nausea pill to help him. And he like was a little bit more moving around. But by the next morning, he jumped off the bed that night and he slept on the bathroom floor. And I slept with him in the bathroom on the floor. And by that morning, like he couldn't walk. It was terrible. So we were sitting in the vet's parking lot when they rolled in that morning. And they gave him more fluids in his back. They put him on an antibiotic. They took blood and they found out he had a pretty good infection. We're not sure what gave him the infection, but whatever it was, I was lucky that I brought him in time before it like got into the like organ shutting down stuff. Yeah. But I think that's where we were definitely headed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fucking terrifying. I've never been so scared. And he was just not himself. It was awful. But within 3 pills, which was a morning and night pill.
Yeah.
By the 3rd dose of medication, he started to be able to like, I went downstairs to get my energy drink out of the garage. And like, while I was out there, I saw a cobweb. So I was cleaning that up and then I was coming back in. And when I opened the door, he was digging my rug by the door.
Which is
like, oh my God, he made it down the stairs because I had to carry him everywhere the day before. He couldn't walk at all.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, thank God we're out of the woods. And then when the vet called me, I maybe was in tears with her, just thanking her so much for all the great care she gave him. And she gave him fluids in his back twice so that he wouldn't get dehydrated. Like they were amazing at Snellville Animal Hospital. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
They took such good care of him. And she was like, I could tell you were in distress. And I was like, what gave it away? My hysterical crying or like.
Exactly.
It makes me cry thinking about it. It was so scary.
I know.
But he's fine and he's back to normal and he's back to my little Bentley. We went to the dog park last night and he's living his best life and thank God.
That's awesome. I know.
Yeah. Most recent craziest thing that's happening is I'm changing jobs, which I wasn't looking for a new job. I got to a good rhythm in the job that I was in and, managing military contracts and someone reached out to me from the past and gave me an opportunity there. I would be insane to turn down. And I'm going to go back to working with people with disabilities. And I'm super sad about leaving my job, but so excited about going back to my passion and which is, advocating and helping people find their voice and, anything I can do to support people that need help. So I'm super excited about it. And my last day at my current job is this coming Wednesday. And my first day at my new job is this coming Thursday.
Jane, take a week.
No, I can't. I just need to get back at it. I like to just keep it moving. But I just had my last trip to Walter Reed to see I have a 24 anesthesiologist on a contract there. And it was such a great trip and it was really fast. Like I worked all day Wednesday. We flew out Wednesday evening I went to the office Wednesday, flew out Wednesday evening, got there at like 8, hotel 9, ate dinner with my CEO and my COO and had a glass of wine and,
set up for 5 a.m. the next morning.
set up for the next morning, and I had to get back to the hotel room and iron my clothes. And by the time I got to bed, I think it was probably 12:30, and I had to be up at 4 because we had to be on base by 5. Well, we had to meet the caterers at 5 to get the food for the breakfast for the anesthesiologists, and so it was like a whirlwind. I didn't get home until Thursday night at like maybe 8. I think I probably pulled in the house at like 8:30 or something. I was so exhausted I could barely walk, and came in and cleaned up my kitchen and ate something and got Bentley, and we went to bed. I was exhausted. So
Yeah.
I'm still catching up, but it was a great trip. It was so nice to be able to say goodbye to all of them, like personally, not all of them, but everybody that was on base, I was able to say goodbye to.
Yeah.
So that was really nice. And, I've been getting some really, really nice emails from my other contracts from the people that were notified that I was leaving. And so, yeah, I'm sad to go, but I'm really excited about the next step too. So, yeah.
Got growing.
Big changes, big growth. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jane, I thought of something else that happened. Hang on, let me get. Don't mind my shorts.
No,
I'll slide through.
Look at all those squishmallows.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh my god, my squishmallow addiction happened.
Yeah,
that
definitely happened this summer.
This is Priyanka, and Jeff bought her for me for our anniversary.
Beautiful.
And so she's well, I can't say she is one of my favorites. I might have fucking 30 of them on my couch in the living room, and that's not an exaggeration. And you might have bought 10 of the 30.
I might have
this shit
Brody's wedding with 10.
Do you see this?
Life of a Showgirl.
And it happened to be okay, Jane, last weekend. So I was already going to Jane's house. We had some shit to do. And so but then Bentley got sick. I was supposed to drive there Thursday night after work. I ended up getting my ass up at the crack and driving there Thursday morning before work.
Yeah.
Because my sister was
in distress.
And yes, and her big sister energy there. And honestly, Bentley needed me too.
Yeah.
And
he did.
Anyway, but we had already had this weekend targeted because Jeffrey is in his member guest at Crowfield every year. And I have learned that it's best for me to plan a sister weekend during that same weekend so that I am at home, so that boys will be boys. My job is to make sure they have Uber rides and Blaine, and let them have the house. Yeah. I'm not triggered. I'm not dealing with the boys coming home at the, I don't know, like 8, 9 at night and just freaking hammered. Because apparently that's what you do at a golf tournament. But anyway, so planned this trip to go to my sister's. Jeff got the house to himself with his buddies. Perfect. And it happened to be the weekend. So Thursday night at midnight, really Friday morning, the 4th. But it was Thursday night, right? 10-3. Or was Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you came in Thursday.
Yeah, I can't remember what day was Thursday, but 10-3 released her new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
Oh, yeah, because that was Thursday night.
Yeah.
So he released it at midnight, so 10-3 must have been Friday.
Yeah, okay. So fan-fucking-tastic album. I love all of it, but it is poppier. But see, the thing about Taylor, her lyrics, I just love good lyrics. Like,
yes, they're so good.
So it can be poppy, it can be acoustic, it can be, any style she wants. I'm going to read her work. Yeah. But since I happen to have been going to Jane's, and Taylor did, do you call it a movie release or what? A premiere?
It was she called it the
Life of a Showgirl
album release movie, I think is what she called it.
Album release movie. Okay, I think it's something new because Taylor's always inventing the wheel.
Nobody else has done it. Yeah.
So it perfectly aligned with we're listening to this album right at midnight, all night, and pulling it all together. Yeah. And we did. And how we did it was, well, first of all, we were supposed to, when we logged off work, go right to bed and then set our alarm for 11:55 and get up. That didn't happen because what movie did you put on, Jane?
This Is How We Leave You. This is how I leave you.
Oh my God. By the way, guys, if you're trying to put on a movie that's going to put you to sleep, don't put that one on.
Don't put that one on, no.
So we watched that movie.
This Is Where I Leave You.
This Is Where I Leave You. Yeah. All just A-list actors. Jason Bateman. So ultimately, watch the movie. I look at the clock. It's 10:54. I'm like, Jane, we got 1 hour. Should we just? Yeah,
Sorry,
Jane.
Still naming off.
Yeah. I'm like, Jane, do we just stay up? And Jane's like, voice of reason. No. Jenny, let's just get an hour.
Get a nap. Yeah.
So maybe we got an hour, but I woke up before my alarm went off, and I was like waiting for that album to be ready. And by the way, I downloaded it as soon as it was ready, and I'm so glad I did, because I got all the curse words, because man, the movie release changed everything for the G-rated, which I can appreciate. There's kids in that. But like, there's just some lines like, what's the line about the devil and the dick?
Oh, hold on. I can't get past Redwood Tree.
Father figure. Oh my God, the redwood. Yeah, I know. All that.
Your love is the key to open my thighs. Okay.
Oh
hey,
yeah.
Girl, hey.
Yeah. For you. And I'm glad it's a redwood. That's a magnificent tree.
Hey Travis, we see you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, go girl. Get that redwood. But anyway, so okay, this is how we rolled out the album. I'm like, we're gonna just play it and subconsciously listen while we kind of sleep in and out, but we're hearing it. I don't know. It was like a 41-minute album. So every time I recognized that a song that wasn't on the album, I would kind of wake up. I'd hit start again.
Yeah.
I think we had it going at least 4 times before 4:30 a.m. when I was like, Jane, get your fucking ass up. We have to read these lyrics.
Yeah. Because the tune was not your normal.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I am definitely a Folklore Evermore girl. I love TTPD because
so
for whatever reason, I find myself to be a very joyous personality. Yeah. But my music, I like dark. I don't know. Yeah. I like it.
You like the somber.
I love Americana folk lyrics. Yeah, those lyrics that are impactful. And honestly, I work out to that shit because it gets me thinking out of my heart, and I work harder. I that just does it for me. But other people,
and I think she always has super meaningful lyrics, but you hear them better in that type of
it's just who I am.
I love an acoustic. I'm a fan. Yeah, acoustic.
But I gotta tell you, I've been bebopping to Life of a Showgirl all week because
I fucking dig it.
Yeah, I do too. But when Jane...
It took me a minute, but I love it.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about this. So Jane called out a couple of things from her deep insight and intuition that she does listen to. So number one, so next morning, Graham gets up early. Graham puts her little Eras t-shirt on and her cardigan sweater. And then me and Jane wore our Eras sweatshirts. Yeah. And we hit up the AMC theater in Snellville and caught the premiere. Mm-hmm. It was so much fun. Literally, you know how, I'm sorry, any movie I go to, there's a point in the movie where I'm looking forward to it being over. I just can't help it. Like, I can't sit that long. No, that didn't happen. Like, no. Please give us more. Please give us more. Yeah. And what she did was she showed the making of the video for The Fate of Ophelia. Yes. But in between sets, would you call it sets? Yeah. Yeah. In between sets of the full video, she'd pause, and each in the album's order, she played that song in kind of a short clip, like what you would see on TikTok kind of thing. Yeah. And did the lyrics. And then we all got to sing her new album with the lyrics on the screen. Yes. And then it cut to the next set. She did the lyric video is what she did for each song. Yeah, the lyric video. Oh, more like YouTube. What you'd find on YouTube singing karaoke. Yes. That was a brilliant way to A, get us all learning the words, but B, like, unite the whole crowd of the theater, which I was actually slightly shocked. There was only 7 of us in there. Yeah. To be fair, we went to the 10 a.m. Yeah, we did. We went to the first viewing, and for the to say, in my area, there's like 7 AMCs just within like 15 miles. True. So it's not like where some people might have 1 AMC, so you might see, because they were ready for huge crowds. She thought there was going to be a line out the door. Yeah. But I'm like, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here. There's so many around me. Yeah. I'm like, we're kind of spread out, I guess. Yeah. I'll just say that. Well, it was I think other places, they had crazy crowds. We just were, and I preferred less crowded, honestly. Oh, yeah. So, and also, Jane's theater bougie. It had like leather seats that go back, but also the table that folds out front so you don't spill your popcorn and get oil all over you. Like it was perfect.
You can order dinner at mine.
Yeah. But at the end of the movie, so two ladies from behind us one was wearing her Era sweatshirt, and then two ladies that sat in seats right next to us out of the whole theater because we had assigned seats. They were decked out in orange. We all freaking had a little hug fest and talked about how much we love Taylor. And I happen to have the beads on my bracelet that me and Jeff made when we went to the Eras. And I mean, we made them in the hotel lobby.
Yeah.
And they might have said like Jeffrey and peace, love, and happiness. But I handed them out because that's what you do.
That's what you do, yeah.
And then I ended up getting this. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
I told the lady, you do not have to give me one of your gorgeous bracelets because mine were just like, I mean, like, they were fun.
Craft store beads.
Craft store beads. This is like a gorgeous, and she gave it to me. So now I haven't taken it off.
Yeah.
But so we did that. And if you noticed in the video and in some of Taylor's interviews, she has kind of switched her red lip look to this orange.
Coral.
Yeah. Which I've been doing my research and I think she's using this NARS Morocco. Oh yeah. And I ordered it and it came in the most beautiful box. And now I have been influenced to try orange. Hang on, let me put it on. And I'm not going to lie. Look at how it fucking pops my eyes. Hang on. You can't really see because it's dark in here.
Looks good. I like it.
I like it too. And I didn't think I would because I totally expected, I'm more of like a reddish kind of lip girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, now I'm orange. Thank you, Taylor. I will take your influence. But so I don't know. It was just an amazing experience. We spent the weekend jamming to that album. And
it was great. And what did we find out? What's coming?
Oh, this is what Jane, the fortune teller, told. So that morning, when did you say it? I feel like you said it even in the middle of the night. Like
the night before, you were saying like, I don't know about these beats. And I was like, Jenny, I'm telling you right now that we're not going to she made a point to say, you are getting this many tracks and this many tracks only. And I was like, this chick's going to reinvent the tracks. Yeah. She's going to do the same songs in different genres. Watch, we're getting acoustic versions.
And guess what
happened?
She did acoustic or is releasing them. Mm-hmm. But the two songs that stuck out to me first on the whole album, now I love them all. I would be hard pressed to tell you what are my favorites, but if I take you to the beginning, my very first time hearing the album, Ruin the Friendship and Honey.
Honey, yep.
Ruin the Friendship, I won't explain why, but ultimately the universe gave me a gift.
And it's not what you think it's about either.
No,
so
it's
everybody was making all these assumptions when they saw the playlist on the podcast with the brothers.
Yeah.
They were wrong. It had nothing to do with that type of friendship and ruining it. She's a fucking prophet. You said it 100 times and you're right.
I have. I think she's a prophet.
She is.
And then Honey is 100% Jeffrey. That's how it makes me feel. Yeah. And I pray to every human on earth that they get a soulmate that can make them feel like that song makes you feel.
Yeah.
Sorry. Brings me to fucking tears. You can call me honey if you want, because I'm the one you want.
It's a great song.
I'm still learning the lyrics.
Yeah, but it's great. It's a great song.
Yeah, so that totally just raised our spirits. And then Jane and I did a lot of yoga and Pilates that weekend.
We did.
And
great.
It was wonderful.
Oh, and I was dead right about Actually Romantic.
Oh, actually, you were spot on. I thought it was totally like Kanye and who's the douche? Scooter Braun or whatever. Scooter. Yeah. But he's not really a douche. He's probably got something good about him. But anyway, I thought it was about those guys.
No, but at first you thought it was about Travis, and it was like actually a romantic. Oh, I was like, no, she's being super sarcastic. Listen
but then when you brought up the sarcasm, and you were right about that. But then when you brought up the sarcasm, I was thinking it was old school. But then you were like, no, I think it's like Charlie XIECYT
or whatever. Yeah.
I don't even fucking know who
that is. And that was actually, Mom looked that up. I didn't know who it was about, but I knew whoever it was about. It was hella sarcastic. She was saying, so weird that you're so fucking obsessed with me. Yeah.
Yeah. But not to bring politics in, but like, have you seen
Gavin Newsom?
Oh my God.
He's my spirit animal.
That
and
is the most brilliant way
His
Listen, if you
media
can
team.
turn, she's an alchemist. If you can turn any situation you encounter into light,
Yeah.
I don't care who's right or wrong. I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck about finding the light and finding the positivity and not letting influence of others drag your fucking high vibration down, because nobody gets to do that. And you have the ability to alchemize that. And she does that so brilliantly. And Gavin jumped on that. And it just was hilarious.
Gavin Newsom is my spirit animal. His freaking social media team should win a fucking Nobel Peace Prize, in my opinion. Well, they actually maybe deserve it.
I will say this. This is what I like about Gavin. I like the fact that he knows you can't do shit without your team.
Oh my God, yeah.
You're not the most brilliant person on the world. It's the team that freaking surrounds you and the vibration you sit in. And I don't know. That's just so impressive to me.
Did you see Pritzker, though, from Chicago, the governor of Illinois? When he did I think he did it with Kimmel, because Kimmel's back. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh my God. I paused my Apple. People. I paused my app. Wait, was it Apple?
No, it was Hulu
my Disney
Hulu
Plus.
Disney, yeah.
I don't care about the end result. I care about the free speech.
Yep.
But anyway.
But Kimmel had JD Pritzker do because they're dropping National Guard in our cities, which is fucking insane and should never be able to happen. But anyhow, unless they're requested. And so Pritzker went out and did like a commercial to like show people like these are the streets of Chicago and look at this crazy.
Oh my God!
With all the people out there drinking their Dunkin' Donuts, like he was talking about how some baseball team was coming for their baseball team. He's like, and they're coming to attack the Cubs or whatever, whoever Chicago is, I don't know. And it was just hilarious because it was so like, this is what's really going on. It's not this hellscape that's being described, and there's no need for National Guard. And
I saw it with Portland, Oregon. Like,
and we're being lied to.
Cool. I need to put that on my bucket list. I just watched a video this morning, and it's like all these people out there in furry outfits, like they're frogs and they're freaking chickens, and they're just demonstrating their right to freedom of speech and
to be. Yeah,
exactly. But anyways, that brings me into another, I don't know, I've had another transformation. I feel like I've been knocking off like one after another, and it's been rapid fire. And
would you call it a metamorphosis?
Don't make me go get my fucking butter. Hang on, please. Hang on. This is important.
I'll get mine too.
Okay. Pause, please. You can call me honey if you want, because I know what you're doing. I'm not going to be able to put on all the extracurricular.
No, I'm not going to put it on. I'm just going to hold it up.
Oh, fuck. I'm putting mine on.
I'm going to put mine on, too. I got to find
I might even be able to do the ears. But if you aren't rocking a fucking butterfly kimono, you are missing out on life. Because you want a good day in your backyard, put your butterfly kimono on. If you
I bought these for us to match for Halloween. We were going to be butterflies for Halloween because we're both going through.
Let me just cover up. Look at this gorgeousness. Oh my God, Jeff's came in and it's this, but it's got blue. It's got your blue in it, and then this orange.
Yeah, and I got an orange one too, so she can.
Oh my God, I'm so pumped.
All right, hold on. Now my wall behind me doesn't really allow me to do the show and tell that you. Well, maybe if I could turn it this way, but my desk is kind of a mess.
Let me just give you the view. Oh my God, look at that.
Yeah, mine is this. Can you see it?
Come. Can you step on a chair?
Me?
Yeah. Well, that's kind of dangerous. Don't do that.
No, and mine's so close because I moved my desk. So
yeah,
but I'll wear it to our Halloween episode.
Like, come on! This is not a Halloween costume. This is a everyday must. I'm gonna pick my oranges off of Ophelia and just float around like the butterflies that are sitting on her. I love it so much. But ultimately, so my metamorphosis happened rapid fire. And I've got to credit my sister for constantly influencing me. I truly believe that fucking vibration plate.
Yeah.
Like, letting all the, excess fluid in my lymphatic system and my meditation, which I have mastered. The fact that I gave up true crime. I don't listen to shit that doesn't lift my freaking spirits. I don't watch movies that give me anxiety. Any type of anxiety, fear, any type of, my shit is so clean right now. If you looked at my algorithm in TikTok, it is all tarot readers telling me how awesome I am.
Nice.
On a daily basis, and they're not wrong.
Yeah.
It is this one lady, she does wisdom in 60 seconds. She's probably in her 70s, 80s, but she has so much wisdom to give, and she recognized, keep it in 60 seconds, because if it goes longer than that, I'm going to put you on fast forward voice, because I like things to hit me rapidly. And anyways, I learned so much from her on a daily basis. I think we're at day 54 of her wise wisdom. And let me tell you, this lady has so much to offer. This band called Kirby, who I don't know if it's a band or a singer with backup singers. I haven't figured that out yet, but it's like this soulful, beautiful, like deep in your just core of your like soul. It hit. Anyways, I cleaned all my shit up. I cleaned my diet up. I'm eating whole natural foods. I am blessing my water when I drink it, and I literally talk to it. I get in the shower and I'm like, water, thank you for cleansing me. I'm living in a state of gratitude, and my vibe is so fucking high. It's not even funny. Like, no one can touch me.
And you're just spewing it out to everybody like a carrot.
I hope I am, because I want them to feel the same way, because you can, and because it's obtainable, and all it is changing your perspective, owning your own power. And I've never liked the word power before, because I don't like power when it comes to being able to push down other people or animals or trees or anything.
Abuse of power. Yeah.
Abuse of power. And the word power triggers me. And I've always felt that way. It might have something to do with my fucking trauma in my childhood. Yeah. But at the end of the day, what I've realized is you have your own power. And if you use it for good, that's not an abuse of power. That's empowerment for others. And
exactly.
You know, so anyway, like, what else am I? Oh my God, my lemon every day, my lemon shot that I've been on for 2 years. When I cut my lemon up, I save all the seeds, and I've been germinating them so that I can grow my own plants. And like my avocado that I eat every day, I don't throw the seeds out. I do throw out the outer core, but I've been throwing the seeds over my fence, because I'm like, A, either a squirrel might like them, or B, I might have a whole trove of avocado trees back there in 10 years. And you know, why not give it a chance? And even just looking at anything like this can right here, it's matter. And it might not be, you know, it exists. And I don't kill bugs. I never have, but I really can't. It's like just my relationship with the universe, Mother Earth, the good Lord above, I also refer to as source, and a connection that is everyone and everything that exists. And you can tap into feeling like so connected if you work on keeping your vibe high, and you do all those things that end up feeling at first like discipline, and discipline's hard. But really, once you get into this state of feeling the way I've been feeling for, I don't know, maybe a solid month now, but it's been progressively working into this level. I'd say it's been about 2 years, but I've really been on this journey since June of 2020, and just adding things that have, you know, where I've recognized something doesn't hit me right, because I'm really listening to my intuition. Oh yeah, so I'm not done yet. Source, my guardian angels, which I feel totally connected to, especially right now, Archangel Michael. And I don't know how it happened, but like, I am connected. Deities, my deities, but I'm really loving Freya right now and her journey and learning about her. And I have a special friend of mine that's, you know, working on the baby journey, and like, hey, what's the harm in me saying, Freya, please look over my friend. Please spread some fertile love towards her. Like, she would be an exceptional mom.
Yeah.
She is to her dogs, and I think that's a telltale sign.
For sure.
My ancestors, I literally go through the list of my family members that I know that have passed, and I thank them because I feel like, ooh, I might get a little emotional, but I just feel so grateful to be alive and to like have this every moment that I'm breathing, and I'm, want them to know that I truly believe energy just never dies. And I think we're all connected, and it has me so joyful and like uplifted. And then special shout outs, which I don't think I'm insane at all, by the way. I think I'm so spot on that I feel bad if people think I'm insane, because I feel bad that you're missing out on this.
You're missing out, yeah.
But I have encountered this ability to close my eyes and connect. And it's the weirdest thing. I actually had a situation happen to me like 2 years ago now, come November, where I will say I passed out, but I literally, the experience itself, it was like I was in a tunnel. And the more I've processed it, the more I've realized I'm not saying it was outer body, but I'm not saying that. I really don't know how to explain it, but I know after that happened, shit started feeling different to me.
Yeah.
And things.
Are you talking about, was that when I had to take mom to the hospital for the UTI and I just got cancer diagnosis?
And I thought it was a panic
we
attack.
thought it was a panic attack, yeah.
And it still very well might have been. And my nervous system wasn't regulated. I know that for a fact. I had to rein in. I had to add some boundaries to my life that, I had to force. And other people either fell in line or they're fucking detached. I'm cut out.
Yeah.
And I did that. And I'm proud of myself for doing that, because that was something that I've noticed in my history. I would tend to call myself a people pleaser and might do something I truly don't want to do just to help or, support someone else, but at the expense of myself. And what I've realized is I just can't do that, because I can't keep my vibe high and give. I've got to make sure my vibe stays where it needs to be. And then the crazy thing is I have so much more to give when I do that, but there's non-negotiables for me that I have to adhere to. And then when I do that, which I will consistently do that, I just have more to give. But anyway, so my spirit guides, I ended up fucking, and this was crazy because I had an ill taste in my mouth for this gentleman, but Frank Brown, I'd love to call him my ex-boyfriend, but he never really was. From high school, it was, I don't even know what to call it. I think it was a trauma response to dealing with shit in my childhood.
Yeah.
And wanting to help someone. And I felt like he needed help. And so maybe I was just, but anyway, I closed my eyes and that motherfucker is always there. And he's always wearing aviator sunglasses, which is the most bonkers thing. I had an epiphany this week. I think, okay, wait, let me tell you this too. I also see my Gram, Ellen Louise, and I see my great Gram. And my great Gram and my Gram came after Frank. And that started happening, I don't know, like July, when I was in the pool one day and I was laying there. The backyard was quiet. It was just me and the girls. And I was like touching the water, but I was on a raft and had my eyes closed and I was worshiping the sun. And it just sort of opened up. And that same tunnel I felt like I was in or out. I don't know how to explain it. When I had my so-called panic attack, it like opened up and I could kind of see it and it was crazy. And then he appeared and I just can't deny it. I mean, I don't really give a fuck what anyone thinks. I absolutely don't fuck.
Maybe it wasn't a panic attack because it was a wake-up call.
I think it was. I think it was like, I don't know. I feel divinely protected. I feel like, I feel like I'm a gift, and I feel like,
I agree.
In order to continue to progress, and that's what the goal is what I think the goal is on Earth, is to experience all the things, feel all the emotions. Oh, I have another thought on that too. But ultimately, so yeah, Frank Brown, Graham, and Great Graham, this little channel opens up. I fucking see them, and I've even figured out like how to ask questions. Like it has to be for right now, and I'm still working on this, but it has to be a yes answer question. So I will ask the question two ways. The inverse, and I don't know the opposite of the inverse, but you get the point. Like, so
Inverse,
maybe, but ultimately I'll say it one way. And if I don't see that like channel, I don't know what to call it. It's a frequency. if I don't see that, then I ask the question the opposite way and I always get an answer. It's either present or not. So they're telling me yes or no. And it's so insane because what I think it did once I started really paying attention to that was it opened me up to, number one, really paying it. I started doing this shadow work and I got into, finding my inner little baby Jenny B. I can't even say it without like closing my eyes and hugging myself because I just love her. And anyways, so it opened me up to that. I don't know. Remember the summer when I wrote myself a letter to my little baby Jenny B? Like to my little baby self? That was sincere. Like that's how I felt. So it's actually been, so whenever that was, right around then is when all this started happening where I was really feeling it. Well, now, so a couple months later, what's crazy is I've tapped into what I think is my higher self, which I think is just the part of your soul that is truly connected to all consciousness. And how I have started feeling her, and this has been in the last couple of weeks, is I'll call her in, and I haven't given her a name because I'm like, she is Jenny B. Is she future Jenny B? Is she like, this is Jenny B right now, and little baby Jenny B is little baby Jenny B. But like, what's my higher self name? I haven't figured that out. I'm sure I will. But ultimately, I call in my higher self when I'm meditating, and it's crazy. So that channel I see when it's like Frank or my gram or my great gram, it's not that. It's like I see an eye. And it's not color. It's just like, but it is beautiful lashes. And I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Because that's fucking stunning. But it's just like this eye. And then I'll ask questions and then I get that tunnel and of response. And anyway, to be totally tapped into all of that. And even my moon reading that I did on Monday with the full moon, the harvest moon, which is my favorite moon of the year. Because it's closest to the earth and it's so fucking bright and vivid. And it always feels that week chaotic, but now it feels chaotic in the best of ways. Like I can't wait to see what's coming up this week. And ultimately it's this crazy feeling of knowing everything is always okay. And knowing that, and I think letting go of my fear of death, and realizing I am still connected and how can I not be if this is what I'm seeing and feeling, then I don't know, that opened up just so many, like such a peace within that, I don't know, I'd love to, like, if people wanted to know more about it, I would love to like give you anything I know or anything I'm experiencing or tell you how I think I got there. And if people are like, Jenny, you're crazy, you're woo woo, that's cool too. Like you don't have to, I'm actually so fucking fine with that. Like it's okay. And the other thing is, I always think I cared about making sure everybody liked me. But when you do that, what I realize is you leave a little piece of yourself behind because you don't show them everything. And I'm just so over that.
You're to the point where acceptance is internal, not external.
Exactly. And it's like, it's kind of like Taylor had an interview, or I read something this week. I can't remember if I watched it or not, but where she talked about her album release. And and again, I think she's a prophet and I totally do. And she talked about, I'm not the art police.
Right.
If you're saying my name or my record, you're doing me a favor and I appreciate you.
Right.
And if you don't like it, that's okay. And then she talked about the fact that like, she's had people say Reputation really wasn't my jam, one of her earlier albums. And she's like, and then they go through some experience and Reputation comes into their life and they're like, shit, I needed this at this time.
This is bang on.
Yeah, exactly. And that hit me because I was like, that's exactly it. Like, I can't be for everyone, but I can be 100% for myself and I can be true to myself and I can be honest and like, I don't know. It's just okay because everything's okay and it always will be.
Yeah.
So wow. I wasn't expecting that to take a 29-minute turn, but
no, but I think it's important I think you are incredibly honest about where you're at and whether people like it or don't like it is between them and themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually, another thing I learned from this Buddhist monk I follow on TikTok, TikTok is my fucking favorite, especially when you keep your algorithm clean.
Yeah.
They, it, they asked a person that they were helping.
Yeah.
She was talking about a situation where she had been severely like bullied.
Yeah.
And, this person or she herself felt so bad,
Yeah.
in that situation. And he said to her, who do you think is more kind, Buddha or let's just call the guy Sam because that's what she called him, Sam, the guy that was bullying her. And she's like, obviously Buddha. And he's like, well, Buddha has reached a state of enlightenment. Buddha is going to be kind. That's his nature. Like he's at peace, or she or them. And Sam, on the other hand, is teaching you things about yourself. It might not feel kind, but you're processing emotion. They're really, even though I don't believe in bullying, and I think you should be kind. And if you're not, I'm sorry for you. But at the end of the day, it's like that's where I'm at right now. Even someone coming at me so fucking hard or, with just negative, hateful, whatever. And that's even, I don't know the last time I experienced that, but let's say it did. I'm just processing. It's just okay. It's like, it's not going to trigger me. It's not going to bring me out of my game. And even if it does, I'm paying attention to when that happens to me and why. And I'm curious about it because I'm curious why that would trigger me.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing the work to figure it out. And then I'm realizing all I have to do is release that. I just don't have to deal with that. Like I can use that. Recognize that it triggered you, back into the why and let it the fuck go. And I don't know. That's just feels like so freeing.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. And can we go back to the clean algorithms?
Yeah.
I can speak because I was downstairs with Mom this morning having a cup of coffee, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And there's a picture of like a woman's anatomy, and then there's like a baby in the like a clear sized baby in the stomach, and it's like up and down and on the right side or whatever. And so that doesn't even look like it's in the right spot. But anyhow, irrelevant. And she's reading it and she's like, oh my God, this woman lost it. She felt like she was pregnant in her 40s and they said she she wasn't pregnant and she was pregnant and the baby died and her body covered it in calcium and it's now stone inside of her body. And they found it when she was like 80 or something. And I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and say that's AI. That's
possibly. Well, maybe not. Who knows?
No, it's 100% not true. And so I'm like, Mom, we got to use our critical thinking when we're reading stuff on the internet because there is no internet police that makes it be true.
I'm not going to lie. I saw the same thing and I believed.
Jenny, honey, Jesus, I told you I was going to spend my 60s keeping her ass out of a cult. And I
totally believed it. Well,
thank God I lived through cancer so I can keep you out of the cult.
Yeah, thank you. So Mom, I'm right there with you. Oh wait, can we go there?
Did you seriously say, well, Jane,
100%.
No,
Jenny, I truly thought it could calcify, and that would hurt.
A full-size dead baby?
No, mine. Maybe we read two different, or we saw two different stories. This was a fetus, and but the lady was in her 80s, so maybe not. I don't know.
No,
when
this is the same thing.
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead and clarify this for people. Call me Snopes. Not true. It's false.
Okay. Well, Mom. We need Jane around often.
This is the thing. I'm never going to be as enlightened as you because I have to keep my critical mind in order to keep us all safe.
Yeah. But I was just thinking, thank God they found it and she's good to go now.
I was thinking, thank God she didn't die from the severe infection that she would die from had she had a dead child in her for 40 years.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay, this took a turn for the dark side. Jane, let's bring it light. Let's talk about Dad.
Wait, okay, but can I just, with your super clean algorithm?
Oh, yeah.
Be careful, Jen.
No, I know. My algorithms are literally puppies, trees, kitties, anything self-help that's like Now
Why
listen.
did my puppy stuff is like in the arms of the angel, Sarah McLaughlin, give to the pets that are being left on the side of the road and starved. Like,
Jane,
where are my puppy ones?
take true crime out of your fucking podcast
I
list.
freaking cry through some puppy videos every night.
I mean, it's okay to cry, and it is okay to have a heart to. I'm just preferring the ones that are like cuddling up with the mom with the new baby and laying their head on the baby, and
I love those.
Or like bees that are just bouncing around flowers, or what? I don't know.
Wait until I take the video of you bouncing around your backyard and your freaking.
Oh my god! I can't wait. I kind of want to go do a photo shoot with this.
Hey, look.
I know.
Next time I'm in the creek, I'll bring my camera and tripod and go up to the.
Did you do this on purpose? Because Taylor's in her orange era.
I did. Yeah.
Oh,
that's why I got you.
God, I just realized.
Yeah. And did you notice behind you have orange curtains?
I do. I was thinking this morning, standing in my very orange bathroom. Shit, girl, you're ahead of your time. You were already in your orange era.
You're like, Taylor, glad you could catch up.
But Taylor, I get it.
Yeah.
I might repaint my cabinets in the kitchen. Leave the pink on the outside and put sherbet orange in the middle.
Oh my god. Why do you need a pop of color around
I need a pop of color. I need
around
a pop of color.
Pink?
Yeah, I need a pop of color.
Yeah.
I also the heart like vinyl that we put on the back wall, it's not doing well. There's too much traffic in my kitchen, so I'm gonna peel that off, and I think I'm gonna hand paint. So the sherbet I do in the middle of the cabinets, I think I'm going to hand paint like sherbet bricks with the same color pink as the outline of the brick.
What if you got the brick stuff you have on your wall?
I know.
Got the size and then painted that.
I can't do anything that needs to be cut. I just want to fucking any extra work like that. I'm not going to be able to get done in one day.
Yeah, but you do know that like when you go to Home Depot and places like that, they'll cut stuff for you as long as you have.
No, I did not. That, but if that's the case, and it could help,
because I go there to get wood stuff sometimes, and I just have them cut it for me there.
Yeah, okay, that's.
Because I don't have like saws and stuff, and
yeah. But okay, can we go into Dad?
Yes.
Okay. You.
Okay. Well, you go because I'm not sure exactly what you're going to talk about.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I think it's been like. We were in Greenville and it was the week before.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. It's been like 3 weeks. Our dad had a heart attack, actually, maybe 5. I don't know how many, because he was having them and didn't go to the hospital. Finally, his buddy, I believe it was Barry Walters, who's an angel on earth.
Yeah.
Talked him into going.
Yeah.
Yep. He went up to, I think, St. Joe's in Syracuse. And he had a heart attack. And I hope he doesn't mind. I don't think he'd mind. But he had to have a stent put in. And, it scared him, as it should. Because, life is pretty fucking awesome. So, anyway, today is day 30 of Carrie Douglas Randall not having a sip of alcohol. And we are our dad.
We're so proud.
It's a challenge for him, but it's not. We had a conversation with him. Me and Jane 2-way called him, or 3-way, whatever.
Yeah.
And what were his exact words, Jane?
I don't even miss it.
I don't even miss it. You know what? That's some enlightenment right there, because that's exactly how I feel. I felt when I gave up alcohol. The last drink I had was on 2/16/2025 for Nana's birthday.
Yeah.
And when I sipped it, I didn't want it. And I'd already been thinking about it. Anyways, I'm not going to make this about me, but ultimately, another way to raise your vibe, cut that shit out.
Yeah.
No judgment to anyone who loves it. I totally understand. I was right there with you, but like, your vibe just can't be as high. Well, it literally holds you back.
It's been a game changer for you.
It has been.
Like in your health journey and all of it.
Yeah. Like just in even recognizing my own body. Like,
yeah.
Had I not been drinking since 13, and literally, it might even been earlier than that, to be honest, because I think we were trying to sneak drinks when we were, I mean, not on a regular basis, but like 13 parties every weekend. The only time I didn't drink was during pregnancy. And, I don't know. It was just not like an everyday thing. It was like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday for my entire fucking adult life. And I don't regret a single thing I did, but if I could do it over, I wouldn't get into that.
Yeah.
And I can't.
Can we just clarify that we weren't cool enough to be part of the drinking at 13?
No,
So
you weren't. But you really were.
Early, but I definitely did drink in high school.
You were ahead of your time, Jane. You also might be a prophet. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
but yeah, so like, we're just really proud of Carrie Douglas Randall. And in addition to that, he is on his what number, Jane?
What
novel?
Oh, 8th.
He's on his 8th novel. 8 happens to be one of my numbers because I was born on the 8th.
Yeah.
Since like I think that's been like 2.5, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And we were strategizing. Me and Dad had a chat about like things he could do to fill his time because because that's something I think is a struggle with alcohol is that we just think it's part of everything and it doesn't have to be. And but until you want it or are scared straight, and until you're in a situation where you're like, what do I fill my time with? What do we do at Thanksgiving?
He had a plan today.
He had a plan. Yeah, tell the plan.
So it was like he was at the gun club this morning having coffee with one of his best friends, Lumpy, who was making breakfast.
Also an angel on earth.
Also an angel. Love him. And he was making, I think, food for some event they're doing for a fundraiser. And so Dad was down there having his coffee, hanging out with his friends, chatting it up. He was completely clear-headed, like super fun to talk to.
I got to let Bloom out. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Okay. And then he had basically said, when it gets a little crazier and people start drinking and stuff, I just head home and I, read a book or hang out outside or, he's appreciating the little things in life. I think him and Jenny are on the same page with that, like just constantly being appreciative of every little thing. And so it was just nice to hear from him that that's where he's at and that's how he's feeling. And I think we all have different roles with our parents and whatever. And Jenny brings like health and wellness and ideas and like this gratefulness. And I bring more like direction, handling things, reality. Like call me if your medication is $600 and you need me to call somebody and be like, what the fuck are we doing? He does not make enough to cover that. So we're going to figure something out here.
Vic's role.
Yeah. And Vic is like his best friend. And I love that they have that relationship and that they have that connection and, or one of his best friends.
Yeah.
And, I'm just glad that we all have a role and are able to help out, but we are working towards getting him back down south so he can be close. We're looking at potential communities for him, where he can maybe have some social stuff and meet some people and have his own place and all that. But
one thing about Dad is he needs friends.
He needs friends. Yeah.
He loves
he needs a network. Yeah. He needs a network.
Yeah. And speaking of Dad, I just thought, because I looked over and saw this lovely lady.
Woo-hoo.
Look at our stunning mother. I don't blame him one bit. Damn, girl. Damn, girl. I see where we get our good looks from.
Oh, my God.
Not cute, Dad. Anyway.
Yeah. Again,
shout out to Donna.
Yeah. No, can't forget Graham.
I have drool. Hang on, I just spit. Oops. Yeah.
So we had a great conversation this morning and working on some stuff for Dad and Dad's working on some stuff for Dad and, just really proud of him.
Proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jane. Well, it's been an hour and 3 minutes.
Look at us go. It's like
we did it. We got back into it. Me and Jeff are having white chicken chili.
Nice. I'm getting ready.
All the kids. What are you making?
I'm going to make a big navy bean soup that Crystal makes that I love that has like honey baked ham in it. And I'll put ground turkey in it and then like navy beans and some different vegetables. It's like, and like a broth base. So yummy. I eat that all week. Yeah. Cause I have to go into the office for my last 3 days at my job, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then Thursday it'll be online my first day with my new job, but.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm super excited for you. So that's Thursday this week you start?
I start my new one on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, give Ken and Peggy a hug for me.
I will.
Tell them I definitely love them and appreciate.
I'm going to keep in contact. They're not actually getting rid of me.
Exactly. I think that just, once you meet Jane, you just don't you don't want life without Jane.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, Chef Jeff's cooking some hibachi.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I wish I was there.
I know all the kids are here because Blake's here till Tuesday. He's on break. Madison's on break till Tuesday.
Nice.
Brody's working fucking crazy hours right now because it's that time of year, and so his only day off is Sunday. Sophia's always off on the weekends, and Blaine trains home. So
nice.
But football's on, so I'm not gonna say not. I might have a bunch of rocks and some acrylic paint pens if they want to do a little creativity. But yeah, we don't have like creative things planned. But football in the garage and
your kids are really good about interaction in that way and involvement. So I'm sure you'll get them all to paint a rock.
Maybe we'll do. I have my face painting kit, and it is Sunday. Maybe they'll let me paint their faces.
And we also need to shout out Christina because she's the one who gave us the painting.
Oh my God, Christina! I love your creative brain.
Yes, we love that at Graham's. Cheers to 70 years. It was such a great project.
Yeah, it was. I think Graham really loved it.
She did, and those freaking art pens Christina got were kick ass.
Yeah, I don't know if I got the exact same ones, but I ordered them on Amazon. And actually, me and my team did a river rock. They were in town this week, and we did a river rock. My friend Demetria, who is an amazing yoga instructor, did a breath work for us at the beginning to get us kind of centered, like 3D breath, and she walked us through. And then first thing we did was I had them think about somebody that they admire and love, and the strength that person, the first thing that comes to mind, brings to their table. Write it down on a piece of paper because I wanted them to get in the frame of mind of thinking about like that.
Yeah.
And the harder part was, and what the rock came in for, everyone got an acrylic paint pen and a river rock. And then I asked them to now take all that energy that they felt when they were thinking about this person and bring it back to themselves, because I think it's the hardest thing to actually think good thoughts about your own self, which is the craziest thing because you should love yourself the most, period.
Yeah. But how long did it take you to figure that out? So
it took me 47 years. Well, did it, Jane? I feel like I've always had a little bit of love.
Yeah. I feel like you started 100 yards ahead of the rest of us.
Yeah. Okay.
But on that,
but learning how to really nurture that.
Yeah, that's true.
Was 47 years. Yeah. But ultimately then had them think about themselves, and the first thought or short phrase that came to mind of the strength they bring to our table as a team. And it was just so fucking beautiful to see what they wrote and, owned about themselves. And then we brought all the rocks to the table. They wrote their name on the back.
Yeah.
And they could color it and, decorate if they wanted. Some kept it just the words and the name, and some decorated. But to see all their names in a pile, all the rocks, a picture, and turn them over and see all their strengths, and that's our team. And that's what we bring collectively to the table. Yeah, it was a really fun little exercise. Yeah. I think they were probably like, Jenny, how many rocks are you going to give us? Because I'm always handing out rocks and gemstones. But also, I think they actually really enjoyed it. Just something.
I don't know if your ears were ringing, but the other night when we were Ken was driving and I was in the front because I had to navigate and Peggy was in the back, and the big, huge full moon was out, but it wasn't full because it was whatever Wednesday night. So it was like some tiny bit that was missing, but it was pretty full. It was very bright.
Yeah.
And so I was telling him how you always make us do our accepts and our releases. And so Ken was driving and I was like, so you want to go first?
Yes. What do you do?
And he was like, no, that seems really personal, Jane. And I was like, what you accept? Like what? Health? That's really personal. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And then.
So did you do it?
So I was like, who wants to go first? And neither one of them would go. And so I was like, fine, I'll go first. And so I did my 3 accepts. And then Peggy did her 3 accepts. I was so proud of her.
Woo, Peggy!
And I know. And then Ken still wouldn't do it, but he said he did it in his head.
Okay.
And then we didn't get to do our releases because we couldn't see the moon anymore. And so we were going to do it when we got to the hotel, but then we were under a parking structure and couldn't see anything. Yeah. And so we didn't end up doing it.
Started.
But Jane and Peggy did our 3 accepts. So P.S. we should be having a really good month.
I love that. I love that.
But it was so funny when I looked over at him and I was like, so you want to go first? And he was like, I think he did a spit take. Like, what?
That's really personal. That's funny. And it is personal to some people. I am wide open. I actually feel like I just want it out loud. I want it to.
Yeah. Peggy was like, are we allowed to do any of the same things? I was like, I'm not here to cock block your accepts.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
accept whatever you want.
Exactly.
Come on,
I'm
let's do
not the
it.
art police. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not the
that's,
accepting police. You accept whatever you like.
yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
I
Yeah, it
love
was a
that.
good time. Yeah.
Okay, Jane. Well,
Yeah. All right.
109, 2,
All
3.
right. Love you.
We're off by 110. I love you. Have a great day.
You too.
And I got to remember how to do this because it's been a hot minute, but I'm going to work on getting it done before midnight.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
And
I
I'll
love
make
you.
it real. Love you too.
Okay. Bye.
All right.